Good evening. Gary Brodsky show is on. Soda, cigarette, and here we go. Get everybody to join. Tonight is important. Now, the big question with big answers is, why is everything in so many lives so fucked up? Same wars, same fights, same arguments, same insanity, which, by the way, is not human nature. You know, I go through Facebook. Cutting off heads is not human nature. Anger is not human nature. Jealousy is not human nature. All the things, self-destructive behavior, that are holding everybody back from enjoying their life, all the things comes down to one thing, and I have been doing 30 years of research on it. Addiction is not human behavior. Being upset is not human behavior. Self-defeating, giving up, not human behavior. So, where does this come from? And I do have an answer. And please check it out. Because I know you're going to say, okay, he's finally lost it. He's crazy. It's called toxoplasmosis. And all you got to do is go into Google or YouTube and type in TOXO, and it will spell the rest for you. And what you'll find there is amazing. And here's some of the things you'll find. Number one, it emasculates men. That's, first, it emasculates men, that is a fact. But do you know where you get it from? Cats. That's right. Cats carry the parasite gene. And when did Egypt fall? That's when they started worshiping cats. People just give into self-destructive behavior, even destroying their own civilizations, their own countries, their own everything, including their own selves. You can do your own homework. It's all over Google, YouTube. They keep pulling them down. People keep putting them up. Scientific research, doctors' research, medical research, all of it comes down to that. That's why men fall for women in a way that is not masculine, and that's why it's called pussy whipped, by the way, because it comes from cats. Pretty self-obvious there. And I am on the Mad Tear now. I have a new product. It's right here. It's it's still hard with the lights. Mediterranean oregano oil. And this is not about sales. I really don't plan to become rich on this. It's about really restoring you to yourself. Because this has been proven. Whenever you get mad, frustrated, whenever your life starts fucking up, these parasites in the brain control your mind. It is like being possessed. And 80% of the population has it. Now, silver works too. We also have that at GaryBrodsky.com supplements. But why Mediterranean oregano works? Because look at the greatest civilizations ever were in the Mediterranean, where they had Mediterranean oregano, which just seems to make sense there. When they took that, it killed the parasite. Hence, you become yourself again. Because every time you're defeated, you're feeling shit, you're feeling crap, depression, and this is all documented, it is because this parasite gets off in it. They actually found people who were dead in car accidents, suicides, have a tremendous rate of this toxoplasmosis in them. And it's not that I'm pitching product, I really do care. because I've had it. I've had to have. I have had some of those self-defeating, self-destructive behavior. I'm the guy who'll make a fortune and lose a fortune. Make a fortune and lose it. And finally, there is an answer. And I'd love to talk about it tonight. I take any questions on this subject. Somebody did ask me to hold up a bottle of MK17, and here it is, MK17 in a bottle. This is over 1 year, and there's still some left, and it does work. So let me check for some questions to see if this thing is working. I hope for prosperity for myself and everybody else. Okay, questions. Wow, this thing is working. Okay, it's funny you asked this question, David. I'm glad you did. Why are lesbians disproportionately obese compared with non-lesbian women? Well, the non-lesbian women are catching up. Obesity is part of it, and this is really my new obsession. I know I sent out an ad yesterday, mailing piece. That was not, I just threw it together real quick. Not really well written, and I figured I could describe it on the show. I just had to get this news out. And part of you will resist it. No, it can't be. That there is a parasite in my brain. Again, it's called toxoplasmosis. That controls my life. It gets off on your failures, and it gets off on hormonal imbalance, and it creates, every couple of years, there's wars, there's horrors. It loves death, and it actually, the thing inside your brain does control your life, your fears, and everything else, and the oregano kills it. It also is known as anti-aging. It really, I find products, I got to get them labeled, bottled, put out there, and this we're fully stocked. This is not something that we order or custom make. I had a whole shitload made, so they go right out. And I just wanted to GaryBrodsky.com, check out supplements. It is the driving force. Without parasites, it's like, people don't want to say, oh shit, there's parasites in my brain. Yep, there are. There's parasites in your stomach. Let's talk about your stomach. Not yours in particular, David, but everybody's stomach. The stomach is, and you check this out too, you check out Google, YouTube, Yahoo, whatever the fuck you want. Lycos, you'll have that. Adrenon Plus, it's a new one. There are 3 brains in a person. Some have 4. Okay, 3 actually. The jokes can't stop. This one, the heart has a brain, and the stomach has a brain. It's not my opinion. Check it out. Google it. Do whatever the hell you need to do with it. The stomach's brain is when you feel loss, or you feel fear or apprehension. You feel it right in your gut. And I got to tell you something. 6-pack abs do not get rid of it. Stomach workouts help, but they don't get rid of it. There is a parasite in there that could care less whether you have a 6-pack or a big K. When the oregano hits it, and it's not like oregano like you go to a pizza, give me some extra oregano, although that will help just a tiny bit. It can't function. Now it can't get off if it cannot have that connection of the stomach to the brain, up here. I've done so much research on this, and it is in such poor format, but the facts are there. And as I said before, in autopsies they found people, suicides, car accidents, the accident-prone people, the failure-prone people, all have this to a high degree. And I want to help people get rid of this. Because it also kills empathy, love, affection, passion, everything I talk about. And all it is 100% pure Mediterranean oil. That's it. No other ingredients. What are the side effects? It literally is a demon that has been talked about. They talk about the archons created it when they got the Egyptians to create cats. There's a million theories. And I don't know which theory is right or wrong, and I don't really care. The fact is, it does exist, it is scientifically documented, and it can be gotten rid of. It's really funny. All of a sudden, anxiety seems. I'll tell you what happened to me, okay? I finally got the right stuff. Took years. I've been looking for this for years. Finally got somebody to put together the right stuff. The first day, all of a sudden, people start seeming annoying. But you don't get angry. You realize just how stupid it is, because this parasite also has another name, the compliance mechanism. It's what makes people comply, want to blend in, want to be part of any crazy trend, no resistance. So now it's weaponized. So this has the power to knock it out. So please check out GaryBrodsky.com, drop down menu supplements. And I'll write a better ad, okay? Sound like a deal? Oh, I know. This thing is very slow tonight. This has got to be some of the funniest ones. Wow. How many? A lot of people tonight. Hey, Lou, how you doing? Good evening. Gary, I've heard a stripper talk about how old guys can't be players anymore once they're old because they don't look as good as they did when they were young. She told old guys the only way to get women is maybe with money or to convince yourself otherwise is foolish and wrong. What do you have to say? I have to say this. Don't take advice from strippers. What do you have to do your accounting too? I mean, your investment counseling. Strippers are a little fucked up here. And I've dated them, I know. I mean, you get a little egotistical if people pay $20 to show you tits for a 1 minute and 42-second song. And they get $40 for that. And I know strippers hustlers. Anybody can be a player. You Hefner, okay? End of story. And it's not because he has money, because he's not one of the wealthiest men in the world. And it's not because he's famous. There's a lot more famous than him. It's because he knows how to play the game. Oh, it's because he has Playboy? No, he knows how to play the game. That's why he has Playboy. Right, thank you, Mike. Anytime. Do you believe in grains and carbs? What the Illuminati people promote to eat most because it's bad for you, makes you weak. Any truth to that? I don't know. I gotta honestly say, I don't know. I don't know a carb from a protein from this. You have to have this. I happen to be wearing loose fitting clothing, but in almost any gym I go to, I am the biggest guy in there. Possibly some of them are the strongest. There are a lot of power lifters. You know, they're big, giant guys, fat. And I never figured out what carbs were, protein. I just eat like an animal, work out like a maniac. You work out hard, testosterone builds muscle. What weakens testosterone? Toxoplasmosis. You damn right it does. Maggie. Mr. Brodsky, my name is Grandma Maggie. You set a bad example for young kids in America. Stop smoking and drinking Pepsi, young man. You should be drinking bottled water and eating carrot sticks. Grandma. Grandma, I appreciate your concern. I really do. I'm actually touched by that. I am actually touched by that. But I set an example, too, of doing what you want and not falling into the politically correct agenda of brainwashing, social media. And I think a cigarette, I'm not saying it's good for you, is better than sitting for hours like this, staring at the iPhone, which is all kids do today. But your concern really does touch me, and I will consider it because it was written so nice. I can't quit right now, okay, Grandma? I can't. But That was so nice. Chris, good evening. Hi, Chris. Good evening. I hope you had a great vacation. I was going to joke around and say I met a girl 3 days ago. She doesn't want me watching a show anymore, but I'm not going to do that. Good thing you didn't do that. Why? Because I don't find it funny. Men getting pussy whipped easily is a serious problem. Damn right it is. Besides, you really think I would give a fuck what my girlfriend thinks of me watching the show? In case I got the answer is no. It's really sad. But you have a great point, Chris. It's like everybody's girlfriend is dictating to them, and that's why I'm saying you gotta get this oregano. I'll take another one on the show just to show you there's no harm done, and immediately you feel better because that parasite in your brain, and you will find the research out there. I can send you pages and pages of research, but I know most people don't read. That's part of the whole plan. Why do you think things keep reoccurring? Everything, it's the Muslims or whatever it is. Next week it'll be the Vietnamese again because they can't fight it. They don't know how. And normal people go off to war, get brainwashed because of compliance, and they're cutting off heads like it's normal. It is not normal behavior. It is totally abnormal, implanted in there. They say it was the archons. They say it was, who else? The Gnostics had discovered this. They buried it. And, it's all in the old text in the Bible. That's where I get a lot of information about, casting out demons. There's a lot of other ways, but this is the easiest. Here's my oregano, just like in the picture. I show my mouth. Okay, wow. Jason, I'd be happy to. Gary, your research is very interesting. Thanks. Yeah, I spent hours doing that. One of my favorite things to do is read. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I love reading. When do orders go out? Tuesday. Packed on Monday, shipped on Tuesday. We are getting a lot of orders. But they were there in 2 days. So by Thursday, you have it. Otherwise, they will not charge me for postage, and they don't want that. So, Lou, how you doing? Okay, I don't know if this is the same question. I'm saying she thinks older men can't do it because they don't look as good, so they can't turn them on anymore. And women are disgusted by older men over 45. Why do you think these women think this? First of all, I don't think she thought this out, sat there, and did research, okay? In fact, she's backwards. I don't know who she is, but she's backwards. Younger guys today are not all, okay, a lot of them. They act like little sissies, whiny little bitches. Younger women want older men. So she is totally backwards because I do the research and it's not hard to find. A lot of guys I know, myself, I hate on my younger women because the young guys today are like they're little bitch sisters. That's what we're turning into. Not we meaning you and I, Lou, but The younger generation, look at them. They have skinny fat. They have no testosterone. Their voices are all, you speak Italian? Little Finocchio. They act like a Judah. Riccione. Uh, it's bad. Young guys today, look at them. We don't want that. They want men. If you act like a man, it doesn't go by age. It's not school anymore. Oh, Grandma, if you're still there, there's a response. Hi, Gary, smoke as much as you want. Drink as much soda as you want. Anyone has a problem with that? Yeah, okay. It's obviously an older woman, so she goes to Grandma, and she cares about me. And that's touching. So see, there's an older woman. Just kidding, Grandma. Grandma, send me a nice message, okay? I don't know who you are, but it was so well intended. And that is somebody who's a good person, whether I smoke or not. Somebody who cares. That's rare to find at any age, Grandma. So if you're watching, I would play a song for you, but there's a lawyer that watches this show who doesn't like me and flags me down and goes, he did a song, we're not going to let him put it up on YouTube. You know, the typical male mentality of today. Telling on people. You know, it's funny. They call it ratting. Why? Because when rats get toxoplasmosis, what do? They surrender to cats. They don't run away. It's sick. And it's fixable. Pepsi and cigarettes. It's not the best diet in the world. I'll admit that. But I believe that the mind is more important than the food. People always go to the gym. What do you eat? What's your diet? Pepsi, cigarettes, the drive-thru. You know, the usual good diet. But when you work out as crazy as I do, and I don't do a lot of working out, I just do heavy fucking weights. That's it. You want to build muscle? Heavy weights. I took somebody to work out with me on Friday. And this guy's in good shape. 4 sets of 4 curls with dumbbells, 60s. And 4 sets of 4 behind, it's called French press. Dumbbells. One dumbbell, 110. I think it was 120, I'm not sure. He was handing it to me. And that was it. And he walked out, he couldn't lift his arms. Neither could I. I was like this on the telephone. I keep adding weight, if anybody has any working out questions. My usual thing is 2 to 3 sets of 6. This is tomorrow's workout. 3 sets of 6 bench press, 2 sets of 6 incline bench, 2, maybe 3 sets of 6 flies, boom. And I got the chest to prove it, okay? With really heavy weight. And people always say to me in the gym, you don't really work out, do you? No, I just look like I do. Morons. It's really funny. Come on, Grandma. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Okay. Lonnie, I'll have to get back to you because if I open up this email, I will lose it. But yes. Okay, moving on with the older guys thing. You think that a man being fatter is hard to get women? No. I'll tell you why when I finish your question. It's all about attitude. You want to come down with me to a bike club meeting? You're going to see guys that are not exactly on the slim list, not exactly on the young list. And 19-year-old girls, beautiful 20-year-old girls, throwing themselves at these guys. Oh, please. And these guys are not exactly nice to them, but the girls are throwing themselves on them. Why? They have an image and they have self-confidence. So, I actually did one of the first seminars I did. There was a guy there, and he was an older gentleman, older than me. And he said, you know, at my age and my weight, I don't think I can get any women. I said, hang out after this seminar. I want to show you something. I took him to a biker club, and we had a little, clubhouse meeting in a bar. And he's seen these girls throwing themselves at guys older than him with beards, without a shave, not exactly hygienically appropriate. And he was like, wow, how are they doing this and I can't? I said, because they've got that alpha spirit and you lost it because you forgot about it. He's been my friend. This is going on 9 years. He's been getting women day and night. And he's got to be in his 70s. And his women in their 20s. He just took on a different attitude, a different approach. Let me finish your question here. Well, without reading the whole question. If you're fat and you make it your priority, and you go around thinking, oh boy, I'm fat, I hope she doesn't like me, or I hope she likes me, but I am fat, and you believe you're fat to the point where it becomes an obsession, she's going to think you're fat. And let me tell you something. Every woman I've ever met thinks they're fat. Anorexics are starving in some mental institution, 12 pounds, they think they're fat, okay? It's an obsession, not being fat, thinking you're fat. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Yes, I still operate the Ultra Health site. That ritual is actually good. It does work. Everything works on energy and vibration. And let me tell everybody this ritual, because this ritual is good. Hanging an uncut lemon from a high spot in your home to draw money within 7 days. Yes, it works. It's not the most powerful ritual, but it helps. It's like getting 8 cards in 5-card draw. You're not guaranteed to win, but you got to certainly get an edge. Again with the looks and the age. All right, Dan, how you doing? All right? Oh, all right. Pinocchio, that's my favorite. Oh man, I was at a party today. Every guy, they weren't Pinocchio, but boy, did they act Pinocchio. Oh my God. You know. I was going to say something in Italian, but they'll pull that down too. Pinocchio doesn't look out of guts, it's like, why do some women spend time in relationships they're not happy in? Women are never happy, okay? Let's get that right down there. Women are the biggest carriers of toxoplasmosis. They're never happy. Dan, I give you the challenge. Let the New World Order give you all their money. Indulge her in whatever she wants. Yeah, it's yours. You want a Rolls Royce, it's yours. House overseas. Here's a private jet. She'll say, something? You don't do enough for me. That is why, and I know it's one of your favorite audios, How to Be a Prick Women Love. It works. Oh, but you got some good points here. Is it the nesting instinct or money or just being used for something? It is, women are basically manipulators. Yeah, I don't want to piss off any women, but I've been doing that my whole life. What I worry about, right? Men manipulate things. Women manipulate men. I don't care how many corporate executive women come out of the woodwork. It's all about them. They don't see the world the same way men do. And by the politically correct New World Order agenda, they're trying to turn women into men, men into nothing. Why? Take it off with it. It's the whole thing of Baphomet, the Satanism. Satanism is, if you look at the picture of Baphomet, he's got titties. It's part man, part woman. And, this whole thing about women empowerment, women who know how to be women, you get so much more from men than women trying to act like men. But then again, because of, again, I'm going to say the last time, because they are infected with toxoplasmosis, they go along with the programming. The guys who do the programming know this shit. They know everybody's going to follow them. Doesn't matter what they say. People followed Stalin, Hitler, Genghis Khan. He says they followed. Napoleon was fascinated by this, actually. He's one of the people who knew about this. He said it's amazing if you just put on a right uniform and put a bunch of stuff on there and tell people to go run into the battlefield and get their arms and legs blown off, they'll do it. You don't want to be a slave. And slavery starts up here. And sort of starts up here. Yes, with the music. Grandma, please send me a note just saying, I'm saying thank you for caring, okay? I'm going to try to stop it because of you, Grandma. It's checking for mail, and it's got a lot. My old and valued friend Gareth, my most valued friend. I just listened to Dominate Women, and there is a lot of gold information in there. To everyone watching the show, buy it now. We are under constant political correct bombardment, and we need to man the fuck up and become more alpha than we were yesterday. Wow, that's a great line. And that is a great plug for a great product. But you know something, Garrett? A lot of guys are scared to be in control of anything today. As you know, we talked about this. And I appreciate that hour and a half you're doing that webinar. A lot of guys got a lot of good stuff out of that. Guys are afraid to control women. Guys are afraid to control anything. Guys don't even know how to control themselves. That's why I offer products that are a little, off the average. This is not a dating site. This is a site that works, the only one. Because guys are losing themselves. I feel really good at that ring. I got to tell you, I feel great. It does work, and we got it in stock. Well, when we don't have something in stock, then we get orders. Maybe we should hide them, right? Excuse me while I whip this out. It's funny because when the book first came out, it came out as a book, How to Dominate Women. It sold a ton of copies. And of course, everybody was saying, oh, it's wrong. And it's not about domination, tying up, or abusing women. It's about controlling a relationship and not being controlled yourself. There's nothing sadder to me than a guy who's lost his spirit, his self, and everything else because some woman told him to. It's like, I met you, had a really good identity, you were a cool guy, and now I'm going to change you into an asshole that nobody likes, and I'm going to throw you out. And I'll tell you something. You ever see a guy's pussy whipped? Pussy whipped, again, comes from the word pussy, which comes from cats, which is where the toxoplasmosis comes from. Okay? GaryBrodsky.com, drop-down menu supplements. It's up there. No, it is not for sale. It is the real stuff. And the real stuff sometimes is not. It's $67, in case you're guessing, for a 60-day supply. And you'll be a new man. Or a new woman. It affects both. But when you see a guy who's recreated by a woman, that's probably happened to friends of yours, that's the damn friends of ours. They lose all their friends. Do you know why they lose all their friends? Not because they're consumed by this woman, because as their identity changes, so does their vibration and their chemistry, where you don't even know them anymore. It's happened too much to me. Not me personally, but I'm dealing with a guy. He's the coolest guy. He's ambitious. He's, let's get this going. Oh, I met a girl today. Great. 3 days later, she doesn't like what I am doing. And I get a completely different vibration. And vibrations are everything. It's what the entire universe works on. So when I say vibration, it's not just an expression. It's a fact. All right. Lou, okay, last thing. It's okay. So I know a pimp. All right. The sense of pigs of his girl's hair. Who's called Fat Joe. He promotes his obesity and has tons of women because he's proud of it. So I guess that can work even if you're. You got it right down there. If you have pride in anything, and this was the first thing I ever recorded on an audio program, if you're a garbage man, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with any profession, just so long as your business doesn't conflict with mine. But, and you're saying, yeah, I love it. I get up early. You don't think it's the greatest job in the world. But if you apologize for anything you do in life, say, listen, I am sorry, but I have a thing over here. Don't look at it. You shoot yourself down. You don't need to shoot you down. I've seen the biggest jerks, and I mean jerks. I mean real jerks who walk in, I'm so cool, I can get any woman. And they do. Why? Because they believe in themselves. Because who is going to believe in you if you do not believe in yourself? All right. Anthony. I can say your last name because we have live recordings. Morocco, how you doing? Gary is the man. Oil of oregano works. It's the biggest seller in my business. Another thing to guys is being skinny fat or fat skinny. Young or old, it doesn't matter. If you let it bother you, is the problem. You don't need to think skinny, be any body size. Be confident in how you get them. How to play women. Get it soon. All right. Talk soon, Anthony. Thank you. He's a health expert, believe it or not. And he knows about this. And it does work. It literally would change your life. Jason boy. Anybody else? It makes me happy because I know somebody's life is going to improve. That's why I do this. Those other guys, Dave D'Angelo, I mentioned them all. They make much more than me. 10,000 times more. Why? They go with the politically correct agenda. And I can tell you this right now. Two things. You can't smoke an unlit cigarette, and you can't pick up girls being politically correct. I was at a party today. The guy had to recover somehow. Every guy was politically correct to the point where, do you ever guess? I don't like to stick my head in. No, it was just really annoying, and the market share, I was just, shut the fuck up. I just, I don't relate to people my own age, most of them, because they're all hedge fund managers out here, and all they talk about is market shares and shit like that. They've never done a day's military service. I'm not saying that's compulsory, but they've never been on the street. I grew up, for those of you who don't know, I grew up really poor. And many of you don't know that. I remember my mother going through garbage bins to find clothes for me. And my father was the vice president of Marvel Comics. And when he died, he got nothing. Zero, okay? A little token something. That was it. So yeah, I know what it's like, and these guys don't. Maybe they're better off, but they seem to just want to drink liquor all day and pretend that life doesn't exist. I don't know. Can't have a conversation with them about anything. All right, Dan, how are you? Oh, this is Dan. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Good? Yeah. Everything in Brooklyn's a question, right? What am I, a fucking jerk off here? What am I, a fucking asshole? I've been getting great results with your workout program and with my own tweaks. For all of you watching, that's you. This guy fell asleep over here. Do it, and you'll get jacked. I'm living proof. With that said, do pull-ups and bent over rows work for traps because I feel my back and biceps getting bigger, but my traps getting dense and small. Also, you look great. I have noticed you have no wrinkles. Is that the result of gold? It's amazing. And how and hold and can hold rid toxoplasmosis too. Gold, yes, but it can rid it, but this will kill it. The other one puts it like in quarantine, which is good. And gold is excellent, as you said, excellent for building muscle. But I've been using everything in my life, gold and silver, to fight toxoplasmosis, and now the oregano, and you just feel it, boom, I just killed it. I'm thinking clear. I see things. I'm ambitious. I just have a drive that no one's going to stop me. All of a sudden, my fears are gone. It's like, I got on a big line today. I'm not afraid of lines. I just don't like them. It's like, no big deal. It's a line. I'll handle it. I don't care. And, I have this strange thing with lines. I don't mind being on line. I used to. Not today. And the more I take, the less things are going to bother me. There's always somebody in front of me. I don't care where I go, whose credit card doesn't work, and like 14 managers have to come over. They got to reprogram the machine. The technician has to come in, and I'm sitting there like a pack of cigarettes waiting. And I'm thinking they should just pocket this and walk out because I'll spend less time in jail and online. And finally got it working. Next, please. Boom, swipe, I'm out. But always the person in front of me, doesn't matter where I am, they have some sort of bizarre credit card that requires like an entire team of people to come. Maybe it's just me. Chris, hi. All right. His grandma is legitimately expressing care and concern that she's okay. But that fucking lawyer watching your show to report you over something trivial, any of the Pinocchio whining because you smoke and drink soda. For everyone who tunes into the Gary Brodsky show, I cannot stress this enough. This is alpha male territory. No Pinocchios unless they're going to alpha up or shut up. Then you gotta get back to the Pinocchio joke. It's in The Godfather too. Johnny Fontaine. This is how you turn down some Hollywood Pinocchio who cries like a woman. He had the best line. You can act like a man. That's basically sums up the whole thing, doesn't it? I'm out of soda. I just had a stupid joke. I'm not going to crack it. Because it's not funny. That's basically it. I'm not going to play the music because I don't have enough soda in here to do that. Bottled water. That's in the book, downloadable, called Wake Up Call. How it was actually engineered that, let's see how stupid people are. Some guys got together. Let's see how stupid people are. Let's take water. And the rules for bottling water are very simple. If you wanted to get in the bottling water business, here's what you need. Water and bottles. You can take a garden hose and fill them up. That's totally legal, totally allowed. And you can say it's filtered water because we said about the tap water. Here's bottled water. That's basically what it is. Because I got to tell you something. Nobody ever drowned in Poland Springs, okay? Because it doesn't exist. Smart water. I got a bottle of smart water. It's like the smartphone. Smart anything is destructive. But that's all you need to go into the bottled water business is water and a bottle. And they charge $2 for a bottle of water. And they go, let's see if people are stupid enough to do this. And I know there's fluoride in tap water, and fluoride just helps agitate, stupidity and self-destruction and stuff like that. Actually, soda is probably more healthy in some ways. It carbonation does have an effect on killing fluoride. And people actually fell for this. And this is what's scary about people. That's why I'm trying to push this new product of Mediterranean oregano, is you'll realize, what? I fell for this? That they actually put fluoride in the water because they cared about my teeth so much? I mean, you'll just start seeing the truth. And the truth scares the fuck out of people. Somebody told me this, because I smoke outside the gym. You know, if you don't stop smoking, you're going to die. I said to her, and if I do stop smoking, I'm not going to ever die? And she had this look, you know. I live in a town where people wear flip-flops. And I'll tell you something, I'm getting a little sick of toes. Thank you. Another plug. How to play women. Get it. Also, the other guy was right. How to dominate women is a must-have. Men must be leaders, conquerors, and winners. You gotta be. You can. There's a lot of shit in the way. I know. That's why I try to provide stuff that fights the shit in the way. Somebody posted something on my YouTube, I don't know which one. Something really, you know, how could you take advice from a guy who's like over 25? At 25, how much experience do you have in life? I know who this guy is. Lives with his parents, had a girlfriend, and probably spent more money on those dating courses than you can imagine. Doesn't believe that getting laid is reality. That's a great start, isn't it? And what's said, showing you, okay, the best example to illustrate how powerful this compliance parasite that you have. I'm not saying use 80% chance you have it, but I'll show you how damaging it is. Colleges. With all the new sexual harassment laws, you would think there would be protests on campus saying, we're not going to follow this shit. The youth has always protested. Not anymore. They'll go along with any rules. Any rules. If you put an app on their smartphone that says kill yourself now, they'll push it. They go along with the rules. And if you look back at the 60s, the armed National Guard was on a lot of campuses, and college kids, kids with no hard knocks in their life or anything, marched right into armed National Guards and throw bottles at them. Not the smartest thing in the world, but back then, people had guts. Again, guts. It all comes from the gut. Like steel. That's why I'm pushing this product. Not because I'm trying to make a gigantic profit. Truth is, I make $7, okay? You used to be able to get blown for $7. But it's out there, and that's what they call it, guts. He doesn't have any guts. I hate your guts because it's all in the gut. All the fear, all the reservations, all the failure. Where? In the guts. That's right. You can do all the sit-ups you want. That's going to help a bit. There's a lot of, meditations that help, stuff like that. But why don't you just get rid of it? Okay, let's get some more questions here. Something funny. Oh, ungrateful, eh? Okay, well, we got a couple minutes left for some questions, and I have no soda. I have this thing, that's why I'm wearing this. Well, you can make your own soda, which I was trying to do tonight. You screw the thing in, boom, right? I had a soda suit on. I had to change real quick. That's why the show may have started a few minutes late. I gotta laugh about that. It's checking for mail. Oh, it'll keep checking. On that note, everybody go to GaryBrodsky.com, occultforce.com, wealthpluspower.com, and braintrainpower.com. But any recommendations for any of you? Come on, let's hear anything. I'm getting lonely out here. Okay, I will. I will call you tomorrow. Got a stack of calls like this to make tonight. Like this, not like this. It's a stack, okay? Last cigarette for me. I haven't heard from Grandma again. Earlier, I'll tell you something. Smoking may have its assets. And one of them is, all you gotta do is light up and women will come up to you and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. But they come up to you. It's like a woman magnet. Also, a lot of Pinocchios will come up to you and go, oh my God, you're smoking, la 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 la. You know, I'm just so tired of those guys. I'm back. Still checking for mail. This thing's been giving me problems. I'm going for the update soon. I'm sure the new one's going to give me problems too, but it'll be different problems, so it's okay. Like a deal. Still checking for mail. God damn this thing. But anyway, again, those sites, go to them. Hit all of my YouTube things. Thumbs up, whatever the hell it is. I don't know why, but it looks nice. Yeah, I have been limited, and they're going to pull limit off. I'm stuck pretty much at 301 views plus. I know the mainstream media does not like me. The YouTube team does not like me. Why? Because I'm not going along with the politically correct agenda, which is emasculation, subordination, and voluntary servitude. That's just not what men are about. Plus, some of my products may be deemed. Who's the deemer? Oh, never mind. But offensive. And people will say, if this is really offensive, it works, but it's really offensive. I love that one. The stuff works great, but I found it offensive. Isn't that amazing? Just think about the mentality out there. That has got to change. Chris, I'm telling you, this has got to change. This is an alpha male world. I'm saying this real quick. It wasn't more than 20 years ago. You could walk down New York City, Times Square, live nudes here, sex shows here, prostitutes there. It was a man's world. And we gave it up. We gave it up. I can't even find a place to buy a Playboy anymore. Those are considered, wow, the naked female body is obscene? Well, some of them are, but not the ones in Playboy. And people just go along, and go along. Oh, Lou is back again. All right, Lou, how you doing? So if a woman told you it was impossible at your age to get a hot woman, you'd ignore her? I ignore whatever they say. So that's pretty much a generality. So you'd ignore her and turn her on, even if she's never been turned on by an older man before, correct? Correct. There is also all about attitude. So much that is rare today. Women don't see older men capable. So by buying your audios, if you're older, it works. If you're anything, it works. It doesn't matter. It's all attitude. All attitude. I'm not that young, but I don't act like a kid. And women like a man acts like a man. Not a guy's going to go, look at me, I'm going to show you a magic trick. The guy goes, hey, you look good. Sit down, we're going to talk. They love that. That's how to dominate women. Women want to be in service to a man. Makes women happy, believe it or not. They don't want some crybaby, whiny piece of shit. I'm not saying you are, I'm just saying in general, okay? Let's see if there's any last questions. If not, we end this show on a high note. Okay. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. And for those of you who didn't watch, well, thank you for not watching. No. Well, this will be up on YouTube shortly. Thank you again. Let me end with the Gregorian chants, because the biggest thing that pisses people off about me, what is it? It is not my product. It is not my message. It is the fact that I am not an atheist. Oh, does that piss people off? I have gotten very big offers to do like these big major ad campaigns, will put millions behind you, but you have to appreciate your atheism. Not in my life. What's funny is they go, well, science has proven that God didn't exist. What, a guy can mix up some tests and go, hey, look, God doesn't exist. Morons. Don't be one of them. Bless you all and good night. And I'll see you here next week. Wednesday night, radio show. It's back with balls. Okay? Good night, everybody.